Connection rejected. Well, let's turn the Bluetooth on. You get it now? Oh, I'm gonna try
And my
Did you turn it on? Because it's not even showing up. Is the little blue light on there? To pair with. What's that? Are you trying to pair it? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not there. Turning it off. And we're live.
We're live?
Yeah, that's right.
So are we live on Facebook now and Instagram?
We are live. We are live.
The mic volume is on.
bear with us as we get this going, but we are live on Facebook and on YouTube.
The only thing I can use is water, and I can do it off of that. So you guys just go. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
The IT department's figuring it out.
Yeah, our IT department is doing really a good job. So, welcome to the 6th Impact meeting for the River Falls Power of 100. Raised to date, $74,195. Yep, awesome. With 5 in-person meetings and 1 COVID meeting. So that was since October of 2018. So, person, welcome if you're watching via Facebook Live, via YouTube Live. We're glad to have you here. We're glad to have a group here on the patio at the River Falls Golf Course. So, the spring, when we decided not to do our meeting because of COVID, we allowed the group to donate to whoever they chose for local nonprofits, and 23 different local nonprofits benefited. For those that are here, there's a list on your table that tells you who the 23 nonprofits were. For those that are not here live or that are watching from home, they were Adelaide Home Health and Hospice, Among Friends, a social respite program for individuals with dementia and their caregivers, Assistance and Research Center, ARC, AT Children's Project, Autism Support Group of St. Croix Valley, Fletcher Pahachik American Legion Post 121, Helping Friends, Formula and Diaper Shelf, Gigi's Playhouse of Hudson, Grow to Share, Croix Valley, Our Neighbor's Place, Pearson St. Croix County Free Clinic, Prescott Food Pantry, Rhinos Foundation, we got another American Legion, I think it's the same, River Falls Baseball Council, River Falls Community Food Pantry, River Falls Gymnastics Club, River Falls Sunshine Club, Sporting World, Big Brothers Big Sisters, St. Croix Valley Restorative Services, St. Croix Valley Sexual Assault Response Team, SART, Tools for School, and Turning Point. So thank you to all of those members who chose to donate when we didn't have a meeting. Or remember to check in on Facebook if you haven't done so already. Okay, so the bar is open. Food is available for purchase if you'd like. And last April, when we were supposed to do this meeting, I found a quote that I thought was appropriate. So instead that week, I posted it on my Facebook page, but I thought I would read it today. It's called Impact from Nikki Banas. You never really know the true impact you have on those around you. You never know how much someone needed the smile you gave them. You never know how much your kindness turned someone's entire life around. You never know how much someone needs or deep talk. So don't wait to be kind. Don't wait for someone else to be kind first. Don't wait for better circumstances or for someone to change, because you never know how much someone needs it. And that's 100. That's what we're here for.
So the last time we met was last October, and with us tonight we have Kimberly Taylor, who is in charge of Friends Helping Friends Diaper and Formula. Kimberly, if you could come up so you could talk to us about what our funds did for your nonprofit organization.
All right, let me grab my notes here. So we actually have quite a list from last year. I think in total it was right around $16,000. And then when we finished out 2019, we helped over 1,200 babies at least one time. So that a great portion of the funds, because the holidays get to be a little bit harder for families. We ended up purchasing a 25 box truck that is now basically a mobile formula shelf. You should see me bebopping around in that thing. Paid the insurance on it for a full year, the registration for the truck, and then we also banked it up for this year. And I'm actually very thankful for that because COVID's been fun. And then this year, we've helped almost 3,000 babies to date as compared to the 1,200 last year. And we'll probably hit close to 4,000 by the end of the year, just because of so many families being out of work. So. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say anything else.
Do you have anything else to say?
Thank you very much.
Where can they go?
I was gonna say, I think we have a link on our Facebook page, and then there's also a button on friendshelpingfriendshelf.org. Thank you.
Since we met last, see me breaking in the note, am I?
Nope. You're not crazy close. You're
Okay.
good.
Since we met last October, we've had several new women join us, and I'd just like to announce her. Gotta get my glasses on. Bear with me if I say your name wrong, but let's start with Angel Zimmerman, Cheryl McCardle, Darcy Rochin, Elaine Bauman, Jean Rosie, Jennifer Louch, Mary Quells, Patty Heck Presley, Patty Weiser, Shannon D. Smith, Shelley Kahoot Lomas, Valerie Katie, Karen Young, and Rochelle Cohn. Thank you for joining us. We'd like to thank the Burr Falls Golf Course for providing us with this location since we first started. They've been very generous, very helpful to us all the time. Greg Hoffman, It Is To Be Marketing, is still hosting our webpage. And tonight, with trying to do this via Facebook Live, YouTube Live, we've learned that we need an IT team. So we'd like to thank Cheryl Dinneman and Mandy Lemire for handling this person. And believe me, we couldn't have done it without you too. Lisa Zebar, are you taking pictures tonight? Okay, thank you. Okay, and with that, oh, Mary Waters, you've been the one that's handled our t-shirt orders. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to give it back to Jean.
So the big thank you actually goes to Nancy Foley for continuing to coordinate this, keep us organized, and to send out all the communications. So without Nancy, this wouldn't be happening right now. Thank you, Nancy, and thank you to the other team members that have been here helping throughout the whole thing. So some general information announcements that remember, if your company matches donations, to be sure and ask for that donation. We can get an additional $100 from your company that does that. And then we all paid $20 in 2020 to help cover expenses, the name tags, little things that come up. We decided, since we didn't have the other meeting and didn't have as many expenses, that the $20 would be for the 2021 year as well. If you haven't paid the $20, I think there's a list over at the table, check-in, where you can take care of that. Oh, you'll be getting an email from our coordinator. So actually, too, this group has expanded, and we've expanded into a lot of different areas, and it's pretty cool. Right now, there's over 77 members in Arizona that branched off from this group. There's over 100 members in Hastings. Over the Hammond Roberts group is now over 100 members, and we have some people interested in Ellsworth and Red Wing area and starting another organization for the Power of 100 in those areas. So we're doing great. We're expanding, and we're sharing the love. So tonight, if you're wearing a t-shirt and if you're comfortable after the winner is announced, you get to be in the picture with the winning nonprofit after the vote tonight. So if you are comfortable doing that and want to be in the picture, you get to be on the presentation, the Facebook page, all kinds of fun things. So
Okay, now what we're here for. We have 3 nonprofits that are, the River Falls American Legion, River Falls Food Pantry, and Among Friends with Dementia. The River Falls Food Community Pantry is going to do a presentation via flash drive. They're not here. The Fletcher Pahachik American Legion Post 121 is here. The Among Friends social program for individuals with dementia and their caregivers, it was just about a week ago I received an email that they withdrew their application. What they said, I'll just read it to you. Among Friends is honored that we were chosen as a women. We are so grateful. Due to COVID-19, we have attempted various ways of continuing our support programs for individuals with dementia and their caregivers since we cannot meet face-to-face. We have done photo calls, presentation, video streams, and Zoom meetings. Some of these have worked, but without in-person, one-to-one interaction, our caregivers have become increasingly frustrated and our participants less engaged. Therefore, our board has suspended operations of Among Friends until it is safe for us to meet face-to-face. We will continue to call and write our participants and volunteers so we are ready to go when it is safe to do so. For these reasons, we request that our nomination be deferred until later this year or early next year. So with that, we just left it that they were one of our nonprofits, but they are not going to be here to present at all.
Will they still accept?
The way they sounded, they're not even in operation right now, Betty. So I guess for that, I would say no. So how we determine our nonprofits is you members are the ones that nominate the nonprofits, and those nonprofits then send in their information to us. Us core members review their financials, and we narrow it down to 3 for each meeting. And it does work a good way. So far, we've helped 12 nonprofits, and after tonight, we'll be helping 2 more. So as we get started here, Julie Hovey will be keeping track of the 10-minute presentation that everyone's going to do. And afterwards, we'll have 2 minutes of questions. So with that, we're going to pick who speaks first. Oh, well, here, come on up here, Mandy. Speaking first will be the American Legion. Thank you. And bear with us as we get ready here.
Cheryl, is there like, is it right now?
Yes, we're gonna have to move it.
So it's,
So just bear with us as we.
it can,
What's right here is the sun, right? Would it be better if we went in over?
sure, where everybody can see it. Sure.
Or will it be blocked right here?
What if we move
that
it
be
backwards? I'm just thinking because we'll have to move the table and everything.
Or we'll just have to move that. Try it. You have to move.
That's way.
And I'm gonna.
It's still pretty light.
Can I get a picture of everybody rolling?
So
What would happen?
What's that? I'm right thinking.
What's happening, the sun is coming right here.
We can try moving it this way.
and I'll just turn this, okay?
Sorry, guys.
Let me know right. That'll work.
We're fluid.
That's what we are.
And we'll have to turn it.
Sorry, I'm right in
Gotta
the.
be able to get your picture.
Yep.
So
That is better.
that's good.
That's good. Okay, it's going to be a little on the curved side. I remember. Should be good. I got pictures.
Can I have a couple of boxes?
More.
Perfect.
There, that's perfect.
Got it. That's good.
Okay, we are good, guys.
Good evening. My name is Brittany Lofgren, and I had served active duty in the U.S. Navy for 4 years. I returned home in May of 2015. What I thought would be an easy transition back into normal life was not in the slightest. I never thought that only 4 years could change my life completely. When I left for the military, I left with the intention to do something greater than myself. I wanted to be a part of something that I could be proud of and something that I could believe in. At that time, I was young and inexperienced. It turned out that the military was the greatest thing for me. It taught me patience, taught me respect, and it taught me the importance of integrity. Initially, I had joined to give, but I ended up getting so much more. Those 4 years were the hardest in my life. I had faced things I never thought I would before. The challenges were unlike anything else I experienced. I got through it with some of the best people I have ever known in my life. The friendships I formed over those years, I keep with me until this day. After all that I have accomplished with them, nothing would ever stand in my way. I could succeed at anything I stood up for. That is what I thought it would be like when I returned home. I thought I would pick up where I left off, but with more life experience. I never anticipated the feeling of not being able to migrate back into civilization. I came home and I looked for work. When I found work, I could do the job itself, but it was not easy fitting in. I came back and went to school at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. The classes were enjoyable, but I felt like a stranger amongst the younger students. I was lost in a world that I was no longer used to. I began to fear that coming home was becoming a mistake. I had found a veteran community on campus, the Veterans Club. I showed up the first week of my classes, and when I walked in, I felt a sense of relief. I felt the camaraderie and the atmosphere that I was missing. I told them about how I felt and how I did not feel like I belonged anywhere anymore. That is when they told me that I needed to check out the Post-121 American Legion. I decided that there was nothing to lose by attending a meeting, so I showed up one Wednesday, and that was it. I was hooked, and I became a member that day. From the moment that I walked into the doors of Post 121, everything that I once felt amongst my brothers and sisters in the Navy, I felt as I walked into the Legion Hall. I was graciously accepted and felt like I was finally home. I was home. Because of Post 121, I was able to find my feet. I was given opportunities to work with the Legion alongside the community for events, memorials, and for the university. I was able to march alongside the members in parades, visit the cemeteries where our brothers and sisters were buried, and show support for the community ceremonies. I was blessed with the opportunity to work as first vice commander my first couple years of part of Post 121. The feeling of belonging did not just exist within the walls of the American Legion, but because of Post, I felt I belonged within the community as well. The Legion gave me purpose again. The Legion gave me the feeling of belonging. The Legion gave me my future. The military prepared me for the life ahead of me, and the Legion gave me the tools and the opportunities to move forward. Because of Post 121, I was able to complete my degree, network within the Post, and was given my opportunity to obtain a job in my dream career field. It was because of Post 121 that my career started. It was because of Post 121 I formed new lifelong relationships. It was because of Post 121 that after so many years, I was finally once again home.
Good evening, ladies. My name is Missy Hildebrandt. I am an Army veteran and a 13-year member of Post 121, and I'm currently serving as the second vice commander of the post. I want to ask all of you one question tonight, and you don't have to answer this question out loud, but I do want you to keep in mind what your perspective is when you hear the words, the American Legion. Is it a small town bar full of older gentlemen drinking and sharing war stories? Or is it a cheap place in most small towns to host an event, wedding reception, or your birthday party? Is it a building that most people believe is not accessible to the public, but rather veterans only? I will be the first to admit, as a female veteran with a young family and working full-time, that I thought just that of the American Legion when I returned home. I thought it was a place that older veterans just hung out, and I didn't really consider my time in the service at that time to relate to what that group did. I quickly realized that it didn't matter if you were a World War II, Korean, Vietnam, Iraq, or Afghanistan veteran. It didn't matter how many years you served, where you were stationed, or what branch of the service you were in. It didn't matter what rank you were, or if you were a soldier that served overseas or never left the United States. We all had one thing in common, and that is that every single one of us at one time signed our name on a line and took an oath of enlistment to serve. While most of our members no longer wear the uniform, and most of our military memorabilia is probably packed in a bag in our basements, every single one of our 550 plus members, again, signed their name on the line to become a member of the American Legion. Because as veterans, our oath of enlistment has no expiration date, and our commitment to continue serving our community, fellow veterans, and our country is the main goal of our organization. As a member of Post 121, I have been given so many opportunities to share my ideas and love for serving the community and my fellow veterans. Just to name a few, I volunteered along with fellow Post members as a Pierce County Veterans Court mentor. I was assigned to mentor a young veteran a young Iraq veteran who was currently in and out of the judicial system, struggling with drug and alcohol addictions. As a mentor, I volunteered over a year to be available for communications with this veteran, weekly check-ins and meetings, and attending monthly court hearings to provide guidance, support, and accountability as he worked through the rehab program rather than serving time in jail for his offenses. He successfully completed the program with no additional time incarcerated. I continue to be in contact with this veteran even though he has moved out of state. I am proud to say that he is continuing on the path of sobriety, but has also joined the American Legion Post and hopes to be a mentor to other veterans that may be struggling with drug. I have the honor of being a member of our Honor Guard, which is these guys standing behind us, which is an amazing group of individuals that volunteer countless hours in inclement weather to provide military honors for our fallen brothers and sisters, provide Veterans Day and Memorial Day services, and so much more. I've had the honor of being an integral part of some pretty amazing changes to our post. As a female veteran, I continue to be amazed by the support and encouragement of fellow members as we continue to grow and develop new ways to attract and attain younger veterans. Being a female in a leadership role in a predominantly male organization can be intimidating, and at times be made to feel as though our input is less valuable than our counterparts. However, having been in a leadership role for the 11 of my 13 years with this post, I can honestly say that is not the case with this organization. It is an honor to continue serving this community and our fellow veterans through the work that our local Post 121 does. I would like to thank each of you for being here this evening and giving us the opportunity to share how your local American Legion Post 121 continues to serve you and your community. Your support of our organization assures that Post 121 can continue giving back to those in need and supporting local organizations within our community.
I know quite a few of you ladies out there, and you can probably guess, I kind of look more at the financial aspect of everything. About 13 years ago, Post 121, the officers and board decision, they thought they should sell the building, maybe surrender the charter back to the state and national, and close it up. At that point, I think if we gave away $400 in scholarships, that was a lot for us. A big donation for us was $50. If you fast forward now to the 2019 list that I handed out, you say we gave out $4,500 in scholarships and over $23,000 in the community. But unfortunately, COVID hit us just like it hit everybody else. A lot of our sources of income went down the drain. So our group looked at what can we do? And we thought, well, if somebody's got a good idea, borrow it. Well, you ladies have a good idea. So what we did is we reached out to our members and said, hey, if you can afford to kick in $100, send it in. We're going to call ours 100 from 100.
Yeah.
And so far we've raised over $8,000 for our post. So as Missy pointed out, we are more than a veterans organization. In fact, that's really a small part of it, where we really see ourselves as a community organization. And I want to give you two examples of that real quick, why I think our presence in the community is so important, especially right now as we all know what's going on in all the cities. If you look again on that sheet, you'll see that we have a couple of blood drives and over 400 pints of blood were collected. But when the Red Cross shows up at the American Legion, we have veterans there that help them unload all their equipment. Then the first day we buy them all pizza. The second day, again, we buy them sandwiches. And I can tell you, the Red Cross thinks River Falls is a great community.
Thank you very much.
As Missy mentioned, we also do usually 20-some military funerals. We do those whether they are a member of our post or not. In fact, we have one tomorrow for a gentleman from Hudson. We never say no, we always go. And if you ask these guys behind me why we do it, and I don't know if any of you have had a relative or a close relative that has died and had the military honors, but we all feel that's the last chance that veteran has a chance to be a hero to his family. The last thing I wanted to talk about is in the military, what we have is missions. And we get used to missions. And a mission can be as scary as going up a hill under fire, and I've done that, or it can be a simple thing, changing a tire on a Jeep. Well, I passed these things out this year review, because ladies, these are our missions. When we go down, those are the things we try to do and serve the community, and we look at each one of those as a mission. So I guess what we're asking you tonight is help us do our missions.
Did we have any questions for them? Where the money's going, or any questions? Crystal.
Gina, I'd ask, thank you first of all for what you're doing. We've got tears over here because I think that you've shared with us what we didn't really know. And so thank you so much for that. And I would just say, when you look at the future of post-COVID, are there certain things that you want us, that you know right now that you need the funding for?
So the question is, what would you use the funding for post-COVID? Is there anything specific?
There isn't anything specific. I'll make it personal for me. I have a personal mission, and there are literally, I looked up online, there are literally hundreds of American Legions across the country going under right now because they have no sources of income. So my mission is to make sure that we get strong enough so that in the future, if you don't have the greatest leadership, this post is going to be able to carry on. We've got that beautiful memorial down there. We have an agreement with the cemetery to make sure we have enough money to keep that up. So again, we just want to make sure that we're thinking.
Can you do takeout chicken?
The chicken is the best, right? Agreed. Will chicken be happening this fall? No. Okay. Oh, no bingo. Okay, it's being discussed, so that's not a permanent. Any other questions? Is the bar open right now, Friday nights? Friday nights, the bar is open. Open to the public. So we thank you all for your service. Oh, you have one more?
I was just going to say I compliment you all too, because I'm just now coordinating my father's burial at Fort Snelling as a World War II veteran. And you know, they were so helpful on the phone, and they just say, call the honor guard from the Navy, because that was the branch they served in World War II. So it's very personal to me at this stage of my life, because there aren't so many World War II veterans left. You know, he enlisted at 17. He was a young high school graduate, so he had graduated. But World War II was going on, and his brother had already been at Pearl Harbor when that was fine. So obviously, that was very important for him.
There are not many left. Over 30% of the Vietnam veterans are deceased. Trust me, that war was not good for us.
Can I ask one more thing about Vietnam? Now that you brought that up, I have a classmate too that was in Vietnam, and like you said, they will never ever, the government won't ever say that Agent Orange is something that is killing people and the DNA is transferred down to children of theirs until all the Vietnam vets are dead. I mean, I hate to say it, that's what my friend said when he was in Vietnam.
Anything else? Yeah, thank you for your service. Thank you for your speech. I think all of us have been impacted at one point or another. The color guards are awesome.
Sure.
So next up is the presentation from
Okay.
the River Falls Food Shelf.
So do I gotta turn everything, right?
Yes, you'll have to turn everything on there.
Yes, can you see the screen better now that it's,
Somebody asks a question out here, you have to repeat it up there if you're not doing the microphone, because online can't hear.
okay, thank you.
Oh, repeat the question. Okay.
Yeah, that one was kind of tough. There was a lot of info. We'll have to get a, well, we do have one, but it wasn't working.
Okay,
One that we could
get
carry
opened
back.
up.
Otherwise, we're connected.
So I can't connect. All right. This is Cheryl.
I'm gonna do my.
We also should notify people that any presentation will upload also to Facebook into our YouTube.
Okay, our IT group is telling us that any presentation will be uploaded to Facebook so that you can view it there.
Yep.
If it was
No,
difficult to
just
see.
the
Oh, this,
stuff that was on the screen.
right,
For anybody else.
Or our website. That might be.
our website, and which is,
We'll,
yeah,
we'll let you know.
stay tuned.
Open that thing. Ready? Are you ready?
Well, yeah, we're gonna do our best here.
No.
Hello, everyone. My name is Candace Anderson. I am the Executive Director of the River Falls Community Food Pantry. We are located at 705 St. Croix Street in River Falls, right behind the American Legion. Our mission is to provide food with respect and dignity in times of need to those in the River Falls community. We want to ensure anyone who receives food does so with great customer service and that everyone feels welcomed. How does Food Pantry serve our community? Previously, it was anyone in need of food in the River Falls School District that could come visit us for food assistance. Since the start of COVID, we have expanded our service area to anywhere in Pierce or St. Croix County. Each family may come twice per month for a full allotment of food set to last approximately 2 weeks, and then as many additional visits as needed for bread and produce. Our current operations are curbside, where we give each visitor a list of things to choose from, and the volunteers then go inside the building and shop for them. We set up bread and produce stands outside so that people may choose what they'd like from those areas. Monthly, we serve approximately 250 households and give out about 18,000 pounds of food on 20 new households per month. The River Falls Food Pantry has been in existence since the late 70s, starting out in the basement of a church, moving to its Main Street location that many of you know near Bojohn's Flowers in 2010, and most recently moving to our current Main Street location, more than tripling our space. The Food Pantry is a 501c3 organization. We are completely funded by grants from foundations, local businesses, churches, schools, everyone that does fundraisers and food drives for us, and of course, just day-to-day community members that bring in donations of food or money. We truly could not stay open without the community's support. We operate with about 30 volunteers currently and 1 paid employee. Prior to COVID, we had 40 to 50 volunteers, but many had to take a step back during this issue. So we are always looking for new volunteers, and a volunteer application is on our website for anyone who may be interested. Many people have inquired, why do we need a bigger food pantry? Well, as you can see, 56% of residents are eligible to receive food in the River Falls area. The larger building has given us increased food storage options, increased shopping area. We are now able to accommodate multiple families and get them through their shopping experience quicker than we could at the old location. We also have a food education room for meal prep and to teach people how to use certain items they may not know how to cook with and to maximize their food usage. Next year, we're hoping to have a raised bed garden outside for educational purposes, again, to teach people how to grow produce on a small scale for their own families. Funding that would come in from Power of 100 Women would go towards a matching. We have currently raised a little over $43,000 of the $50,000 matching grant that we have to achieve by November. Once we raise these funds, Otto Bremer Trust will match that $50,000 giving us a total of $100,000. So that obviously would help a lot towards paying the building off and making sure that we are able to stay at or above current capacity for years to come. So as you can see in these photos here, on the left is our old pantry location. That was the entire shopping area. It was very hard to accommodate multiple families coming in. Only 4 people could shop at a time. People had to wait for quite a while to be able to get through if we were busy. The photo on the right shows our current shopping space. We can fit 7, 8, 9 people through at a time, and things go a lot quicker. There's a larger waiting area, so people aren't all scrunched together in our waiting room. And then we have a check-in and check-out station at either side of the pantry for people to be able to ask volunteers questions should they need to. We aren't currently letting anyone in the building to shop, but it does give our volunteers ample space to make sure they are practicing social distancing. And here are other images of our previous storage area for refrigeration. We had one small flat top freezer and a fridge for the front for people to choose their refrigerated items. On the right, you can see our new area has 2 freezers up front and a refrigerator, plus the addition of a walk-in fridge and freezer, which has been just fantastic because we are receiving a lot of fresh produce donations and frozen donations. Currently, our walk-in freezer is completely full, but we do have additional freezers in the back storage room so that we still have plenty of space to be able to take these donations and give them out to anyone in need. So any additional funds above the matching grant amount would go towards food purchasing for the pantry. We do place an order through Second Harvest Heartland weekly, where the average person is able to purchase at the grocery store for $25. We can purchase for about $5. So each donation is essentially multiplied times 5 for that purpose. Approximately 38% of our annual budget does go towards food purchasing, and our annual budget at this time is about $470,000. So any additional funds that we can use towards food purchasing to make sure we have items in stock that people need, basic essentials and other things, is crucial to the operation of our food pantry. So one of the biggest ways you can help us is to make sure people know we are here and we're open and accepting of anyone in need of help. We do have varying hours, both morning and evening, several days per week. We also need volunteers during those hours. So if you are interested in volunteering, as I stated before, our website does have our volunteer application on it. And you can also contact me at the pantry via email or phone if you have any questions at all in the future. So I just wanted to thank everyone for listening and learning a little bit about the food pantry. It feels a little odd not being there in person, but we truly appreciate the community support in everything they do. Here we highlighted some of the organizations: River Falls Police Department, the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, other groups that constantly do fundraisers and food drives for us, as well as local retailers and businesses like Dick's Fresh Market, Family Fresh Market, who have donated to us over the years and continue to be supportive. Again, if you'd like to get involved in helping us out in the future, feel free to contact me at the pantry. And thank you so much for your time. Everyone stay safe.
Okay, so we realized that was difficult to see. The background was yellow, the coloring, but Mandy has it up here if you would like to review it. Come look at some pictures, you're welcome to do so. Does everybody have a ballot? So those online are going to be given 5 minutes to cast their vote. And here, Lori and Julie will be going around and collecting the ballots from you. The bar is still open, and Mandy is going to play a video that she put together that's amazing.
However, it's going to be hard to see.
So those watching online should go to the email that Nancy sent out 2 days ago. It has the link to the ballot for you to place your vote. Mandy's activating it, so just give it a minute. If you can't get it up yet, try again. It's now active. So, oh, and Julie,
How do I change it?
Oh, you gotta.
How do I change it?
So we have a birthday in the audience that we're aware of. If there's any others that we're not aware of, we're sorry. But Julie's our singer. So we're going to put Julie on to sing happy birthday to Crystal Notek, who's turning 60 tomorrow. And everybody feel free to join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. Happy birthday to you. Are there any others that we're not aware of? We can have her sing again. What did you do, Joe?
My brother, man.
Oh, okay. For your brother. Bring it back up again. And Crystal, thank you too for our Neighbor's Place suggestion for the donations to the backpack program for the school kids that go home with them on the weekends, for those kids that don't have food once they leave on the weekends. So Shelly's here if you have any questions on that. Otherwise, there's some great donations here. Thank you for everybody coming and bringing something for that program. So after the vote, we're going to come to your table this time and pick up the checks. So if you are in a hurry, you can go to the checkout area. There will be people there, but otherwise, taking payments, Mary, Lori, Julie will table instead of having a line out at that. So.
Yeah, send it to our neighbors. And then put in your backpack. That'd be awesome.
The bathroom is open over here if you need to use it. And if you would like to donate to any of the other nonprofits, you can go directly and write a check to them or give the check to the checkout ladies so that they also can benefit from the program. So, and anyone wanting a receipt will go directly to that nonprofit to receive it. And Mandy's going to start the video, so you really want to watch this because she did an amazing job. Well, hopefully we can see it good.
Yeah.
I can't say that everything's okay, 'cause I can see the tears you're crying. And I can't promise to take the pain away, but you can know I won't stop trying. I'll be the angel by your side. I will get you through the night. I'll be the strength you can't provide on your own. 'Cause when you're down and out of time, and you think you've lost the fight, let me be the angel by your side. I know it feels like you're running out of faith, 'cause it's so hard to keep believing. Oh, but if I can bring a smile back to your face for a moment, you'll forget all about it. Oh, I'll be the angel by your side. I will get you through the night. I'll be the strength you can't provide on your own. 'Cause when you're down and out of time, and you think you've lost the fight, let me be the angel by your side. 'Cause this won't be the last time you need a little hope, but I wanna be the first to let you know I'll be the angel by your side. I will get you through the night. I'll be the strength you can't provide on your own. 'Cause when you're down and out of time, and you think you've lost the fight, let me be the angel by your side. Let me be the angel by your side. The angel by your side.
So again, we realized that was difficult to see, and Mandy has it over here on her computer. We can replay it. She did an amazing job. She's got so much talent. Putting the music to it, it was just beautiful. Brought tears to my eyes. So thank you, Mandy. So feel free to come over after and rewatch it. She'll replay it on there. And she'll put it on the Facebook page as well. So we're thinking our next meeting date will be April 1st of 2021. We're hoping that it's not an April Fool's joke. Nope. We're hoping that will be about the date. That's the date we normally would have it, but to be determined. Okay. Are we ready? I don't know. Do we have the online votes in there? I thought they did. They counted them. Those came in quick. Hang on. We're going to write the check. Again, if you need a receipt, go directly to the nonprofit. Feel free to write checks to the other nonprofits. American Legion. American Legion Post 121. Congratulations. We will set up a time here to maybe take a picture with some of the people with the check. Anyone wearing a shirt gets the honor if they're comfortable in doing so. Want to do it over here on the screens, or for those collecting money, they're going to come to your up the check to the American Legion and any of the other, if you want to write out to any others. The American Legion can provide you with a receipt if you need, or they'll be mailed to you from food shelf. American Legion Post 121. Where'd Mandy go? Mandy, you want to run it again while we're collecting checks? And then they'll do a picture if anyone wants to stay that's in a shirt and is comfortable. They can wear your mask at the shirt, with the shirt on too. What's that? Yeah, why don't you just, it's beautiful.
You can turn it down, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, just turn it down.
Open that again.
As always, we thank everybody for coming. If you have any suggestions for anything that we're doing, we're always happy to hear them.
What is it? We're doing something wrong with this, right? Oh, it's
Yeah. Like you promised, take the pain away. I'll be your angel by your side. I will get you through the night. I'll be the strength. 'Cause when you're down and out of time, you think you lost the fight. Let me be the angel, angel by your side. I know it feels like you're running out of faith, 'cause it's so hard to keep believing. But if I can bring a smile back to your face, for a moment you forget all. Be the angel by your side. I will get you through the night. I'll be the strength you can't provide on your own. 'Cause when you're down and out of time, and you think you lost the fight, let me be the angel by your side. 'Cause this won't be the last time you need a little hope. But I wanna be the first to let you know. I'll be the
I don't know if people are comfortable with that.
I will get you through the night. I'll be the strength you can provide on your own. 'Cause when you're down and out of time, and you think you lost the fight, let me be an angel by your side. Let me be the angel by your side. The angel by your side.
Yeah.
Jeez. Why don't you say goodbye to the people online?
Again, thank you everyone for coming. We appreciate all those that were able to make it in person, and for those online, we appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully it was a good experience for you as it was for us, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Perfect.
So those that want to be